Okay, good. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, hello everyone. Hello everyone.
Hello. Hi.
Okay, so today we have complete our task, which is we have a task for economic subject. So we need to find uh, a company, and then we must relate to our our economic subject. Okay. So first, my name is Ahmad Husainil Hafiz bin Muhammad Azam with my metric number 203117. So I will present about introduction and background first, and then I will pass to my other members. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So let's get started. Okay. So for introduction first, okay. So every human being must know what an economy because it is a basic knowledge of daily life, and it also take care of human or national finances. So therefore, there are several types of economics that you must need to know before you getting to know the economy in more depth. So like economics, actually it is divided into two parts, which is a microeconomy and a macroeconomy. So the economy is actually closely related to finances, whether on a small or large scale. It is very important to stabilize an economy. Okay, economics can be defined as the field of social science studies on human beings who manage limited economic resources for unlimited needs. So let's look at the meaning of microeconomics and macroeconomics. Okay, we go to microeconomics first. Okay, microeconomics, which can be defined as an economic study that can analyze individual economics units from the overall activity. So for example, selling goods in grocery stores. Okay, so for macroeconomic, we can definition is a comprehensive economic study aggregate of different economic variables such as national income, energy consumption, inflation, and balance of payment. So for example, like state assets. Okay, therefore, the real purpose of this research is we want to relate the economy to the impact of uh, an airline company. So this research will tell about the economic impact that occurs on airlines in Malaysia during the restriction of movement order. So that's for introduction. Okay, so can we go to background? Okay. So now we go to the background. Okay. First, I choose Malaysia Airlines. Everyone know Malaysia Airlines, right? Okay. Actually, Malaysia Airlines established in 1947, or more detailed on the date 12 October 1947. So at that time, the airline's original name is Malayan Airway Limited, or we can call it MAL, MAL. Okay. After that, on 1963, the company's name had already undergone, and it changed to Malaysian Airway Limited and retained to the same acronym in the same word, MAL. Okay, still using same acronym, MAL. Okay, in 1965,
65.
yes, 65, the name of the company changed again to the Malaysia Singapore Airlines. because at the time Singapore left from Malaysia and they want to go their separate ways. And at 1973, the airlines changed to the Malaysian airline system MAS. And that we call it before MAS. Everyone know about MAS, okay? So company MAS was officially renamed as a result of the company's fall. At that time, the company was fall, and then to save the company, they transferred to the Malaysia Airlines Berhad on 31 August 2015. Okay, so we go to the next. Okay, Air Asia. Okay, everyone know about Air Asia. Okay, the Air Asia, the Air Asian actually company was initially established on 20 December 1993 and officially started its operation on 18 November 1996, which was constituted by a Malaysian government conglomerate, the RB Highcom Air Asia Sendirian Berhad. So Air Asia was re-established on 12 December 2001 actually, when the company incurred a very high debt burden around RM 40 million. So therefore it was sold to Tony Fernandez. Okay, Tony Fernandez buy it, the founder of Tune Air, at the price of RM 1 per share. Okay, so on 8 June 2004, this type of company was changed from a private company to the public company. The name of Air Asia Berhad. Okay, so for the Air Asia slogan is now everyone can fly is appropriate to the market segment of the Air Asia Berhad, which focuses on a low income group of user. Okay, we go to the last company. Okay, Malindo Air. Okay, Malindo Air actually is a collaboration between the National Aerospace Defense Industries, NADI. Okay, which is 51% Malaysia with Lion Air, and Indonesia is 49%. Okay, the name Malindo actually originates from their national name, Malaysia and Indonesia. They merge the national name and be Malindo. Okay, the Malindo actually start operation on 1st May 2013 from the new terminal KLIA 2. Okay, however, Malindo Air is initializing the launch date to mid-March 2013 with a domestic destination. Okay, acronym Malindo actually is according to Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak, is a wonderful combination of a Malaysian and Indonesian name, which have a very significant historical value, displaying a historical relationship that has long been in history between the people of both countries. Okay, Malindo Air have a slogan too. So the slogan that was used by the Malindo Air is a smarter way to travel. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. I will pass to my friends.
Okay. Assalamualaikum. Hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Arfan bin Mayidin and my metric number is 201963 and I am from Faculty of Educational Study. On this glorious day, I will make the presentation that has been given, which is the ECN 3010 presentation. Therefore, the title has been given, which is the effect of COVID-19 on the tourism in Malaysia in an airline sector. Thanks for Brother Husainil Hafiz for presenting about introduction and a background. From there, we know very little that economy of the airline sector in our country fell as a result of the COVID-19. So this day, I will present about the data that has been sold and the state in the newspaper and other internet source. So on the day, I will present about the data that has been so um, as you know that there are three commercial aircraft in our country, namely Malaysia Airlines, Malindo Air, and Air Asia. After a search found the airline has been taken many initiatives to reduce their suspicion rate, among other by cutting the salaries of employees such as a Malaysia Airline has made a cut 20% and Air Asia about 50% and Malindo Air by 50% as well. So I will I will go to the first data is the record of passenger drop at the Malaysia airport. So with this data, we can see the reduction of the domestic foreign that comes to our country. Airport in Malaysia record a fall a result COVID-19 in 2020, where the international passenger movement record a drop of 32.4% as the government did not allow foreign tourists to travel into the country. As a result, causing no foreign tourists to enter except for some cases such as taking foreign students to return to Malaysia. Other than that, foreign tourists are not allowed to enter and cannot even leave the country. While the domestic passenger movement also fell by 22.4% due to the government direct movement control order (MCO). As you know that in this MCO, no one allowed to leave the house except for emergency causing operation in the airfield are not allowed. Next, we go to the second data, which is about percentage decrease in the aircraft movement in 2020 compared to 2019. The graph show a decrease in the percentage of the aircraft movement in 2020 compared to 2019. In the 2019, there was only a decrease of 25.7%, and it's said to be in the balanced state. This is because in 2019, there are no COVID-19 and other disruption or restriction for tourists to enter our country by using airplane. So it only fell a little compared to this year. However, in 2020, there will be a rapid decline of 54.80% due to the movement control order and preventing foreign tourists from traveling to our country by the government. This prevent foreign and domestic tourists to spreading the COVID-19 virus and break the chain. So we can see the tourist industry in the airline industry plummeting of the half only than usual. Half of them only the tourists who use airline for January to March because there is not movement control order MCO. So that's all from the data from me and from the aviation tourist industry. Thank you. I will pass to the other member.
And
Sorry. Okay, can you hear my voice?
Okay,
My
okay.
name is
yeah.
Dengan.
today.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
My number is 59257. Okay, so I will present about the discussions, which is the first is our Ministry of Tourism, which is Datuk Sri Nancy Shukri, announced that several tourist attractions around Malaysia will remain closed until 30 March 2020, which includes Tourist Information Center. For example, is National Arts Gallery, Craft Centers, Lenggong Archaeological Museum, National Archive of Malaysia, Memorial Centers, and National Library of Malaysia because of the like what our friends tell before. So the second is because of this MCO, the Malaysian Association of Tour and Travel Agents (META) said the aviation industry sit at the core of the whole tourism ecosystem. Because of what? Because the aviation industry is very important as we have the tourists from another country and our domestic in our uh, in our country also, which they are going to tourist many places every year. So in this year, because of we have MCO, the line which is from the aviation industry cannot supply the change because this industry is supplying chain in the tourism industry that include airports, road and rail transportation, accommodation, food and beverage, entertainment, and shopping plus business, education, and health services. So when this aviation industry is going to down, so all of the industry that included is going to also. And as a result of the pandemic, many country and region have imposed quarantine, entry bans, or other restriction for citizens or recent travelers to the most affected area. So for the next is, so I'm done for my part.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you, Liana.
thank you,
Okay, my name
Liana.
is Nurul Shafika binti Abdul Manaf, 201959. I will continue with the conclusion. First of all, the first conclusion is high risk of bankruptcy. For our information, the airline players have highlighted that the current travel ban and plummeting demand around the world have put the losses making carrier at risk of bankruptcy. The drastic loss of the both revenue and profit for all three major Malaysian-based airline, which is Malindo Air, Asia, and MAS. They causes airline to ask the government of Malaysia to step in to provide support to the airline industry. After that, the second conclusion is salary deduction for the staff. All three Malaysia's major airline, namely, have intended salary cut range from 10% to 100% and unpaid leave depending on the salary range and position. Staff salary deduction rates by airline in Malaysia. Okay, the lastly is cancellation of ticket flights. MESCOM report a blackout look in 2020 for the Malaysian aviation service market, where the revenue at risk for Malaysian carries the aerodrome operator is estimated at 2.7 billion in 2020, and they causes 2.3 million seats have already been cancelled, representing 8.6% total seat capacity for Malaysia carries in 2020. Foreign carries total seat capacity for foreign carries. Okay, this study provide a brief background regarding the outbreak of the communicable disease known as COVID-19 and examine the impact of the mentioned disease on the tourist industry of Malaysia, which is airline. Research has denoted that the outbreak of COVID-19 has harshly and adverse impact Malaysian tourist industry, as a tourists from around the world are cancelling booking and delaying travel plans to Malaysia due to the worries about the virus. Okay, furthermore, as we know, on 27 February 2020, government announced that RM 20 billion 2020 economic stimulus package. For example, the temporary deferment of monthly income tax installment payment for business in tourist sector. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Shafika. So we have 9
Done.
minutes left to this recording will close. So that's all from us in our discussion. So thank you very much to all our members for your hard work.
Thank you.
Okay, for your time. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.